Hello guys, LJ Draco here.
Alistair.
Right, so basically, yeah, we've been laughing for the past like 5 minutes before this video started. Yeah. Anyway, this is Zootropolis, or if you live anywhere outside of the UK that has a different title known as Zootopia, this is the 3D Blu-ray review. Basically, what's going to happen is, you know how my 3D Blu-ray reviews have worked. I talk a bit about the actual characters, then about 5 minutes of the actual movie, and then the rest is actually used for the 3D Blu-ray itself. But what's going to happen, as obviously I'm joined by my partner here, and you know she's got her own channel, I've linked it in so many of my videos. If you can, please go over and check her videos out. It'd be really supportive to her, and it'd be a good thing you're doing for me as well, really supportive. What's going to happen is, I'm just going to run through the cast quickly, then she's going to talk about most of the 5-minute review, and I'm going to talk a little bit of the rest, and then I'm going to get onto the actual 3D Blu-ray itself. So let's just talk about the cast of this movie. I want to heads up by saying that the cast was chosen really good. We've got a lot of really great actors for the voices, especially some that I didn't even know were in the movie. So let's get into this. We've got obviously the main character known as Judy Hopps, who is played by Ginnifer Goodwin. Ginnifer Goodwin, if you don't know who she is, I'm probably not going to put a picture of the actual actors on the screen, just the actual characters they're playing, but the actress is the one who plays Snow White in Once Upon a Time, the TV series. Very underrated actress. She's actually as good as Snow in that series. Then we have Nick Wilde, who's played by Jason Bateman, who's obviously second main character who runs around with Judy Hopps. Then we have Idris Elba voicing Chief Bogo, who is the head of the police station in Zootropolis. Sorry, throat's cracking. Then we have Bellwether, who's deputy mayor to Mayor Lionheart, but she's played by Jenny Slate. And then we got Mayor Lionheart, obviously, who is the mayor of Zootropolis, and he is played by J.K. Simmons, which is yet again a really great actor. We also have her personal favourite character, Flash, who is played by Raymond S. Percy. No, he's like the sloth, the really funny sloth in the movie. And then we have your favourite character, Gazelle, who's played by Shakira, because she sings a really good song that she's been obsessed with for the past week we've watched the movie, pretty much. So that's just the cast. Now let's get on to the actual review of the movie. It's only going to be 5 minutes, but we're going to start off and you're going to talk.
Well, basically, it's about a baby rabbit that wants to become the first police officer, and she basically does like loads of different training and stuff, and then like she keeps failing and everything, and then she eventually passed her course and everything, and then she goes to work in Zootropolis as a police officer, and it starts off that she's in like the basically a room where they're all talking about like different missions they've got to go on and stuff, and then the chief of the police was showing them all about the different like the different cases and stuff that was available, and there was so many different missing people and stuff, and because of her being the first rabbit on the force, they gave her this really like she just got given a sort of a job that she didn't really want, which was like a meter reading sort of job, and basically like she then meets a fox who was getting seen in a shop, but because there was so much stigma around foxes, the person of the shop was refusing to serve him and his child, and then she like sticks up for him and stuff. Then a bit later on she actually finds out that he's one of the people that are part of the group of missing people and stuff, and the mission hearing that was talked about earlier on in the meeting at the beginning.
Yeah, so pretty much sums up all we can actually tell you, because I know a lot of people have obviously not seen the movie. so we don't want to give too much away. But that's just a basic tale of what we can give so far. Because if we tell too much, obviously, you know, you won't want to watch the film yourself, so it kind of becomes pointless. Also, I want to just say thanks to her for actually doing this part of the review, because it is difficult and you do struggle a lot sometimes. So it was very brave of you for actually trying and doing it. And she did it really well. She did talk pretty much in depth about quite a bit of it. For those, if you didn't understand what she meant by that last part, was he was slightly involved with one of the missing people in the file. Not he was one of the missing people in the file. Okay, just in case you got confused, that's what she said. It sounds differently, but she done great. Done really good. So yeah. So anyway, that was pretty much just what she had to say about it, and that's also, as I said, it's all we can tell you, because if you haven't seen the movie, we don't want to give too much away. Yes, the Blu-ray is playing in the background only because of the video. Obviously, I'm going to do this every time I talk about a movie now, or every time we do a review about a movie. The Blu-ray is just going to play in the background like the menu, just so it adds to the feel. Let's just talk about the actual thing that everyone waits to see and hear from this part of the review always, which is sad really that you guys mainly want to watch it for the 3D, but that's the whole point I'm doing YouTube, is about mostly the 3D stuff anyway, so that's the bit I look forward to. Let's just get into the main point. It's widescreen, which I don't usually like, but it has 100% perfect in-depth 3D. I said we don't usually like 3D widescreen that much. TMNT is the only one we usually give credit for widescreen, but Zootropolis did have really great in-depth, and there was hardly any pop-out. I don't think there was any pop-out at all in that movie, but it worked, which was really good for us. We really enjoyed it. Also, it has a beautiful colour scheme, like really amazing scenes and scenery around it. Like in Zootropolis itself, it has different sections or sectors, which is you have like a rainforest sector, a desert sector, a winter sector, just so different animals can live peacefully among their own natural habitat, and it's really good. Really interesting movie. We didn't obviously, like I said, we didn't obviously tell too much because we want you guys to go and watch it. We want you guys to appreciate the movie in the way that we did. But the 3D itself, I definitely recommend it. It's a worthwhile purchase, especially if you're not really into the pop-out side of 3D. If you like really feeling like you're pretty much there in the room while it's going on. If you're more for that, then this is definitely one of the best 3D purchases to pick up for. So I know we already mentioned it, but we're going to talk about it again. It's favourite characters and scenes, basically. I only have one, but it's who's your favourite characters or favourite scenes in the movie?
Well, my favourite character's the rabbit.
So Judy.
Yeah, but one of my favourite scenes is when she's basically she's on the train going to Zootropolis, and then there's this song called Gazelle's Song, which is basically played by Shakira, called Try Everything, and it's I like that song a lot, and that's probably one of my favourite scenes in the.
And it is a really good song. I mean, I would have played a bit in this video at this point, but due to copyright, I don't want to do too much. That's why only the menu plays in the background and not the movie. Copyright is so, especially with Disney, it's so restricted, so you got to be careful. But yeah, Gazelle's song was really cool, and Judy is hilarious. Pretty much all the cast is actually quite funny, but there's one character who got me the most, as I mentioned earlier, and that's Flash the Sloth. If you've seen the movie, then you know who he is and why it's so funny, but if you haven't seen the movie, you've probably seen the trailer, and you've obviously seen the sloth bit. So, but when you watch the movie, you'll actually see the full scene in which why Flash is my favourite character in the whole movie. So yeah, this isn't a very long video, this is just a very quick video. We just wanted to do the review. I was meant to do a little review about it the other day, and then my partner here, she was going to actually do a full in-depth review about it, but I didn't end up recording the review. I thought we'll just do this little one together first, just to try and get her used to actually doing movie reviews, because as you know, if you've seen her channel, she doesn't really do movies as often. She's mostly trying to help and support people with mental health and with stress issues. So for her to talk about movies is a bit more difficult, and as you know, if you've seen her channel again, she suffers with her own problems, so trying to have the courage and the patience to slowly go through bit by bit of movies is a bit difficult, but I'm so glad, and thank you so much for doing this video with me, and I'm really grateful that you wanted to do this video with me. I actually bought Zootropolis purely for the fact that she wanted to see it. I wasn't going to get it, but she looked really sad when I put it down, and it was like the only copy in the shop, so I thought I'd pick it up and bring it back, and we watched it. Anyway, then it's going to be a second video, but we don't know if we're going to do this one together or if I'm going to do this one on my own, but you know, you'll see it next anyway. I'm not going to tell you what it is, you'll have to see it after this one. But anyway, yes, this is the end of this video. I'm going to put the link to my partner's channel in the description, so you can go check out her channel if you haven't already and show her the support you show me. So if you want to show your support, please click the subscribe button down below, and don't forget to strike the like for future videos, and we will see you next time. Bye bye.